and we are going to be talking all about horseshoe crabs. Good job, you guys. So these horseshoe crabs are some amazing animals, and we have some different size exoskeletons. That's an outside skeleton that these animals have. And we were on a kayak tour earlier today. We're going to put some pictures up right here, and you can see a live horseshoe crab that we found out on the beach. Actually, who found it?
Daddy.
Yep, our cameraman Cody found it. And it was such a cool find. I love these horseshoe crabs. So we came here to the boat ramp where we sometimes find horseshoe crabs. And do they like to live on land?
Yes.
Yeah, when?
They do.
You're right. Sometimes they'll come up, the girls come up to do what?
Lay their eggs.
Exactly right. But most of the time they stay in the water because that's where they have to breathe. They have to breathe underwater. Now the females are usually bigger than the boys. And how long do they live? Do you remember?
20
Up to 20 years. That's really cool. But the animals, have they been around just a little while or have they been around a long time? Very long. Longer than the dinosaurs. And how come they survived if the dinosaurs died when an asteroid hit? How did these live?
themselves.
Right.
Or whatever.
Or whatever, they buried themselves. They're really good at adapting. These animals are able to find food in the smallest, scariest little places, and they're totally fine being in nasty, dark areas where nothing else likes to be. So they were safe when the whole rest of the world was almost all gone, especially the dinosaurs. So what else were we talking about with these guys? What else should everybody know? Are they dangerous? Right, they don't. I'm gonna go get one. Oh, that is a big, he's finding red mangrove trees because they are gonna take some red mangrove trees home and try to grow some trees. And he's doing a good job finding them and judging them. So you're saying this tail here, even though it's sharp and pointy, it's not too dangerous? Nope, she's 100% right. They do not have venom in that tail. It's kind of like a deterrent. They have little spikes and they're sharp and hard.
And their nose, or whatever this is.
Yeah.
Oh, they're two eyeballs.
They're right. So she has a lot of eyes, just like spiders do. And they have two little eyes up here that kind of look like a nose. I think it makes them look cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, watch out for that spike. So these animals, they are not a stingray. A lot of people think these are stingrays. Stingray barbs they have a little spike like this inside their tail, and they are venomous. But these animals, during the daytime, they bury themselves usually, and they leave their spike out, which has photosensitive cells on it. That means they can see with that spike. So as they're hiding at nighttime, they'll know when it's dark, they can come out and they can look for their food and mate or whatever they need to do. But during the daytime when they're hiding, all that you can really see is that spike. And if an animal's trying to eat them or dig at them, all they got to do is put that spike up, and what does the animal that's going to eat them do?
Run away.
Get poked and run away. And we're doing really good not paying attention to what else is going on. So we're starting to learn a little bit more about these, what are they again?
Horseshoe crabs.
Horseshoe crabs. And we are learning about what they have instead of inside bones. What are they called?
Exoskeletons.
They have exoskeletons, and these exoskeletons are what they have on the outside of their body instead of on the inside. Now humans, where are our bones at?
Inside of my body, but they're right here.
So what happens if they want to grow if they have a hard outside skeleton? So if they're little like that and they want to get this big, what do they have to do? They shed their skin, and every single time they get bigger and bigger. How cool. They even shed their long tail, and they even have spikes that'll come over here kind of like anchors. So when they're buried in the ground, that's what they hold on to. They even shed their eye, the outside of their eyeball. Isn't that crazy? Yeah. Horseshoe crabs shed their exoskeleton every so often, and here are some of the size differences between all of those times. Even the legs, flippers, and gills of these animals are shed.
Looks like it's time to head out to the beach and see what else we can find.
a taco.
Yeah. And do you think it's trying to get away from us right now? Yeah, and you see these two tubes here. What do those tubes do? Those two holes?
They make it eat and then make it breathe.
Yeah, so they eat and breathe through those holes? Woo!
He jumped. He did out.
And what is a lightning whelk? That is so cool. And you can tell these animals are alive when they still have a cover on them. Where's that cover at? And it's made out of the same stuff the rest of the shell is. And if it doesn't have that cover, then you know the snail's probably not in there. And also, sometimes crabs move in. So if the snail's not in there, after the snail dies, the crabs move in, and you always want to make sure there's nothing living in here. Now, what do you want to tell people about this?
It's a predator. It eats clams.
They're a big predator. That means they're eating other things, and she gave the example of eating clams. And these animals will drip acid and drill a hole into these animals they want to eat, and then they'll suck them out sometimes. Or they use a strong muscle and just crush them to eat them. That doesn't sound very fun. That's why we let the cockle loose first, away from where we're letting this lightning whelk, so they don't find each other anytime soon. You want to go take him out and let him go? You want to do it together? Ella, what do you have on your arm? Sea stars. How many?
Let me count them.
Count them, Gabe.
One. No, I didn't count them. There were 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice! 4 sea stars. Sea stars! I kept messing up, but it's sea stars, and we're gonna put them all back. But real quick, I want to show you guys these sea stars. On the end of each of their arms is an eye, and that's how they see, and that's one reason they curl up like that, so they can see what's around them. But we're gonna put them in so they can breathe.
I can put one in. I can put one in. That's one. Oh, you got
Now they are delicate, so normally we want to do this a little more gently, but they need the water, so we're letting them go in quick. They have hundreds of little tube feet on their bodies and under each arm, and that's what they're holding on to Ella. Now, another thing that I find all too often on our beaches and in the bay is fishing gear. And this is something really bad. It goes right under litter. It not only has plastic, it also has monofilament line that animals can get caught in. Now, why is this so bad? It hurts the water, it hurts the animals. Do animals like to eat colorful things? Sometimes. They might think it's fruit or another animal. Do animals know what fishing line is? No, not at all. So they might get this tangled in their wings, or a fish might get tangled in it. And if a bird can't fly, if a fish can't swim, what happens? They die. So we got to make sure we're cleaning up after ourselves and making sure other people are being responsible and cleaning up from just what they're doing out here. Oh yeah, and there can be hooks on this, and that can hurt some animals and people a lot. So we always want to be very careful. Good job. Are we going to throw that away? Yep, we're going to recycle it and throw it away. Good job. So we've been out here all morning finding all kinds of cool critters, and we're going to put these... We're going to put them back. What are these?
Sand dollars.
So what do you want to tell everybody about sand dollars?
You can't clean them fuzzy at the bottom.
Yeah, see all this fuzziness on those? If they are fuzzy, you gotta leave them in the ocean. And we even have a dolphin back there jumping to see us let these go. What do these do?
They
They
clean the sand.
keep the sand super clean? That is so cool. So we better take good care of them, huh? Let's all put them back.
You have to let me put them.
You mean I can't throw it real hard? Oh, that's good to know. Do we want to put them on? What side do we put them on? So all the fuzziness is down in the sand? Awesome. Do we just drop them?
Because
Oh, you just set them down real soft? Perfect. Oh, here, you want to put this one down? Put them down real soft. All right, you guys, we've been learning a whole bunch, but Ella has one last thing she wants you guys to know about horseshoe crabs before we go.
There's not enough left, so we'll just
So she is very right. There are not a lot of horseshoe crabs left because these animals are so old, they've almost become completely resistant to cancer, viruses, and bacteria. And people today will still use horseshoe crab blood for a lot of research. Everything going on in our world right now, they are still using their blood to try to find out different ways that we can help fight viruses. Now, our blood is red because it's iron-based. And iron. Their blood is blue, just like your hat, kinda, because it's more copper-based. And they will use this blood, and if you've ever had a surgery or given birth, they will use this blood to sometimes sterilize surgical equipment and other things that go along with those procedures. So these animals, even though they have a big impact on our lives, they cannot be harvested constantly, and that's what people do. Well, they'll hook them up while still alive and take some of their blood, but only about 20% will live after being reintroduced into the wild. So we have to find a better way of doing that because they need our help, right? All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really like doing this video. Oh, come on. Come on. Why are you hitting me? I didn't move it that time. All right, you guys, anything last minute you want to say before we go?
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Please like and subscribe below. We have more videos coming, and I hope you enjoyed our video here. It was a lot of fun to make. All right, bye. $7 sand dollars.
7 sand.
I was wrong. What are they? Sea stars. $7 sand.